I knew with the path that I had taken, this was my one shot. I was not getting another shot. You know, that if I didn't perform in this moment, I probably wouldn't be in the league anymore after that. So here's my one opportunity. So there was extreme excitement, that unbelievable that I'm at this point after where I had been, that I'm gonna get this opportunity. But there was also that other side of me going, dude, don't screw this up. This is the guy that sat on the bench for 4 years. This is the guy that got cut by Green Bay out of college. This is the guy that worked in the grocery store, and who knows, he played all over, arena football, we don't even know what that is, NFL Europe, before he got to, that's what people see. When I lined up and got between the lines, all I remembered was, I played 1 year in college, but I was the player of the year in our conference. I played 3 years in arena football, but I was the best quarterback in arena football, and I went to 2 championships in 3 years. I was the best quarterback statistically in Europe. So all I saw was, you put me between the lines, there has never been a time I haven't been successful. So when that ball was placed into my hands, I expected to be successful. Our team was built on speed, and it was built on quickness. And so ironically enough, we played in St. Louis, and we played in what we call the, on the old turf. And so the old turf, it wasn't very padded. It would tear up your skin, but man, it was fast. It was short and it was fast, and it played to our strengths. And so with that mindset by which we played offense, the attacking mindset, built around quickness, built about, putting pressure on a defense from every angle, and then put us in that building that allowed us to play the game even faster. Kind of like arena football, right? It felt like arena football the way that we played. And so you put all that stuff together, you throw it in a pot, and what comes out is the greatest show on turf. Standing on the sidelines, 2 minutes to go in the game, getting ready to go out on the field, and Dick Vermeil walks up to me and kind of puts his arm around me and goes, just like you played it out 1,000,000 times in your front yard, now go finish the story. And it was like it couldn't be written any better than this. Now go win the game for us. And when I went out there, it was really thinking about, okay, just put your team in a position to kick a field goal, win the game. And so we were able to make it happen in one play. It takes a lot of the pressure off you when you make one throw and you get the ball in the end zone. But it was just a perfect ending to a magical season, that everything came together. And if there's one way you say, okay, if this season can finish one way, how would you want it to finish? Oh, well, give me the ball with 2 minutes to go and let me throw the touchdown pass to win the Super Bowl. Perfect ending to a perfect storybook season. Somehow, as I had the ball in my hands and I was leaving the stadium, Brenda was down in the front row. So walked over to Brenda, actually gave her the football and just said, we did it. I don't know what the future has in store, but we did it. And I gave her a kiss there in the front row. And so ironically enough, that kind of became our thing. Every time she was at a game, or specifically when we were at home and we won a game, it was that victory kiss that I always get from Brenda. So that was really, after celebrating with my team, that was the first thing I thought, is that, man, this is going to be the ultimate the ultimate victory kiss right here. So I don't know, went over and climbed up on a bunch of things by the railing because it was a little bit higher, and found my way to Brenda and, just gave her the kiss and just said, we did it. We made it. We made it to this point, and it was a we. It wasn't just a we, me and my Rams teammates. It was a we. You and I did this together. We got to this point. We fulfilled everything that we were chasing after. He basically just said, I love you. That was who Coach was. And I think that's the coolest part, is that he didn't reflect on how well you threw the last touchdown pass, or, what kind of season that you had, winning the MVP. Who Dick Vermeil was he loved each and every one of his players. And he wanted nothing but the best for each and every one of his players. Yes, he wanted to win a championship. Yes, we all wanted to win Super Bowls. But more than anything, he just wanted what was best for Kurt Warner. Zach came out for 3 or 4 days before they started shooting and just hung out with the family. He asked some specific questions, but I think more than anything, he just wanted to watch me. And, okay, who is this guy? How does he relate to his kids? How does he relate to his wife? How does he go about his job? We jumped out on the field a little bit, so he wanted to see how I threw a football as well, and gave him a few pointers there. But more importantly, I think his process was, okay, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to throw it like Kurt, but as long as I can get the essence of who Kurt is and understand what makes him tick, now I can go do this role justice. Mark Ellis, Clint Dolezal, those two guys coming together to put together specifically the arena stuff, it looks tremendous. And then Clint being able to work with Zach a little bit just on the technique. And the hard part is it's so funny that you'll see people that'll watch people in Hollywood and may laugh a little bit about how they throw a football or some of the struggles there. You don't understand how hard it is to try to look like a professional quarterback if you've never done it before. And so I think Zach's doing an incredible job. I think Clint did a great job at preparing him to be able to step in and do some of the things that he's done on the football field. Our journey is, I think, defined by faith and perseverance. That anybody that knows anything about Brenda and myself and our journey together, those would be two words that were on the forefront of who we are. And so we want this story to tell that story. We want people to see the perseverance. We want people to understand the faith and what really makes the two of us tick. We also understand that there's a lot of ways to do that. And so our goal is to hopefully have make a film that impacts people no matter where they come from, no matter what their faith background is, no matter what their journey has been to this point, to inspire and encourage them to be able to step into new things, to believe for bigger things, to not allow their circumstances to define them. I think the coolest thing about American Underdog is that when people see the title, they're going to think, oh, the Kurt Warner story, the American Underdog, the guy that went from here to there and won a Super Bowl. I think the coolest thing about that title and this story is that you're going to be able to see that played out in my journey. You're going to be able to see that played out in Brenda's journey. You're going to be able to see that played out in Zach's journey. That American Underdog speaks to so many different things in this film that we talk about the depth of the characters, but even the depth of the title goes way beyond just one man's journey from here to there on a football field, from sitting on the bench to winning a Super Bowl. This is an American journey that so many of us are underdogs.